So, technique stuff we talked about, like proper fingering, holding the guitar. So I got the guitar held like a classical guitarist will hold it. Just make sure that you have something to prop up your right foot to help get the neck of the guitar angled up like that. And thumb placement on your fretting hand, you want to make sure you keep it in the middle of your hand here. So basically like kind of like right behind where your middle finger is. Because as soon as you move your thumb to the side like this, your fingers are going to collapse and you're not able to stretch your hand very well. And you're not in the best playing position for challenging things. So another demonstration like right here. So my thumb's behind the hand in the middle. Once I start to move it over to the side like this, my fingers collapse like that, and that's not the best position to be in. So keep your thumb in the middle of your hand, keep your neck angled up, and we just talked about the picking and whatnot. So it's okay for your hand to kind of move in a sweeping arch like this. So, you know, if you're picking right here on the E string and you wind up picking on the E string like an inch or two away, that's fine. It's probably not going to be 2 inches, maybe just 1. But that's fine. So I don't feel like I'm trying to move my arm like this way when I'm playing. I keep it fairly, basically in the same spot almost the entire time. I just kind of use that angle to kind of change where I am on the strings. It doesn't mean that I never move my arm. I mean, it might move just a little bit sometimes, but it kind of does like this small sweep there, where it's kind of from here and then now it's over here. The other thing we talked about, picking, when you start doing the fast stuff, you know, you're going to use this portion of your hand to anchor on the body of the guitar or the strings. So like when you're playing on the high strings, you're going to be anchored on the lower strings. When you're playing on the low strings, your hand will be anchored on the body of the guitar. So basically what's happening is you're using your wrist as kind of like a pivot point, and like you're going to be learning how to make that muscle activate along with your bicep and tricep to be able to lock into really fast type playing. Like I mentioned, Rusty and I, we both have the same kind of picking technique as far as that muscle popping up like that. And if you watch the guys who play, you know, extremely fast, they'll have a similar kind of thing happen. This weird jiggle thing, this weird vibration. Controlled muscle spasm is one of my students called it. So the other thing, keep working on the with 16th notes this time. Let's make that the speed drill this week. I want to see how fast you can get that guy. And alright, let's go through the new scale shapes. So starting with your D Dorian, I'm going to say the fingers I'm using as I'm going up and down. Just remember, like, we basically have 2 patterns when it comes to using 3 fingers on a string here. So you have from the first finger you're going up a whole step followed by a half step, and the other pattern when we use 3 fingers with these scale shapes, you're going up from the first finger a half step followed by a whole step. So anytime you have the whole step, half step, use your first, third, and fourth finger. Anytime you have the second finger, or anytime you have the half step followed by the whole step, use your first, second, and fourth finger. Whether it's on the low frets or the really high frets. Alright, so here we go, D Dorian. I'll say the fingers as I go. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Back down. 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1. So you want to make sure you use the same fingers going up and back down. So you're going to have to do a little bit of hand shifting. Alright, E Phrygian. 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, back down, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1. And now the open version. So you got open 1, 3, open 2, 3, open 2, 3, open 2, open 1, 3, open 1, 3, back down, 3, 1, open, 3, 1, open, 2, open, 3, 2, open, 3, 2, open, 3, 1, open. And now F Lydian. Let's do the octave higher to start. 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, back down, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2. And the lower octave, 1, 3, open 2, 3, open 2, 3, open 2, open 1, 3, open 1, 3, back down, 3, 1, open, 3, 1, open, 2, open, 3, 2, open, 3, 2, open, 3, 1. Now G Mixolydian. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, back down, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. The A minor scale. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, back down, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, and last, the B Locrian. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, back down, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. Okay, I believe that covers everything we talked about today. If any questions come up, please let me know. I will see you again in a week.